There was a demonstration by environmentalists from the Valsugana on the day dedicated to municipalities, which brought together mayors from all over Trentino and Borgo, also attended by almost the whole of the provincial government. For a few minutes they demonstrated against the presumed lack of interest of the public administration as regards the health of residents in the valley where the state works are located. The works are at the center of controversy due to presumed dioxin emissions. The president of the province, della, decided to respond to environmentalist protest. The province, he said, is not in opposition to citizens, but rather seeks to guarantee their rights. We reject false reassurances, but also false alarms, which create disorientation. The tone was relaxed at the recent meeting between representatives of the Provincial Students' Coordinating Committee in Trento, the President of the province, della, and Councillor for Education Dalmaso, who signed the much-contested school reform. Among other things, the students asked about the reasons behind the decision to choose German as the second compulsory language for the first 2 years of high school. The President responded that it is necessary to be glocal, namely to bring together the local and international dimension. The students then also asked for initiatives providing career guidance about universities and finding employment after school to be extended. Dalmaso responded by reiterating the need of an increasingly stronger link between secondary schools and university and businesses. The Trentino porphyry and stone industry will attempt to revive the sector by granting licenses for quarrying. Europe has indeed given the go-ahead. The porphyry and stone sector in Trentino includes 500 companies, 3,000 workers and has a turnover of €500 million. It is a sector which has perhaps suffered more than others from the economic crisis. In order to revive it, the relevant district, which works hand-in-hand with the autonomous province of Trento's Department of Trade and Industry, has presented a project based on the possibility of granting permits to work publicly owned quarries following auctions. The procedures for the granting of permits will not begin before 12 years. The Biobank is a Trentino bank designed to safeguard samples of human tissues for scientific research aiming to cure pathologies, particularly cancer. Surgical samples removed in order to diagnose patients' disease represent a precious source of information of considerable scientific interest. The samples are collected and held in an immense safe holding genetic material, donated by patients suffering from tumors as a gesture of solidarity. The pilot project of the Genetic Material Bank was started up by the Provincial Health Services Agency in collaboration with the autonomous province of Trento and the Cassa di Risparmio. 40 million tourists a year choose Italy as a holiday destination for religious reasons. They are not simply pilgrims, but exacting travelers fascinated by the spiritual dimension, who also appreciate the landscape, food and wine and high-class hotels, representing a group that Trentino wishes to target. The potential of this tourist market was perceived by the management of the Trentino Association of Hotel Owners, who, in collaboration with the autonomous province of Trento, commissioned a study of the phenomenon. Guidelines were then drawn up to offer new suggestions for organizing facilities and services for religious tourists. These offer alternatives to services directed at mass tourism and are intended to offer rewarding holidays in the midst of nature, which are intelligent but also spiritual. There are many advantages to bicycles, so many that the Ministry of the Environment has decided to dedicate a special national day to them, scheduled for the 9th of May. In the meantime, the municipality of Trento is promoting the Give Your Bike a Number Plate initiative. This is a service aiming to combat the theft of bikes. Every Thursday morning from 9 to 1 p.m, starting from the 13th of May, owners can register their bikes at the former registry office in the courtyard of Palazzo Tuni in Via Belenzani. After the bike has been registered, the owner will receive a card containing his personal details and the data for his cycle, with his taxpayer's code in the form of a barcode. This represents a certificate demonstrating official ownership of the bike.